So, when most people hear astronomy, they think like NASA, telescopes, space missions, all that. But what's actually kind of crazy is that humans have been studying the sky for thousands of years, like way before any of that existed. So, it's like, how did ancient civilizations figure out something as complicated as space, with basically no technology? So today, I'm going to talk about how they observed the sky, how they used astronomy in their daily lives, some important ancient sites, and how all of that still affects us today. So before modern tools, people were literally just using their eyes. That's it. They would watch the sky over long periods of time and track patterns in the sun, moon, and stars. And over time they realized, okay, these patterns actually repeat. They also used simple things like shadows and early sundials to tell time, and they recorded everything on stone or tablets. So, even without technology, they were basically doing long-term data tracking just manually, which is kind of impressive. Astronomy wasn't just like a hobby for them. It actually mattered a lot for survival. One big thing was calendars. By tracking the sky, they could figure out seasons. And that directly affected agriculture because if you plant at the wrong time, you're kind of cooked. They also used stars for navigation, especially at sea. And there's also religion, like a lot of civilizations believe things like eclipses or weird sky events were messages from gods, or signs that something important was happening and all that. This is where it gets kind of cool because they didn't just observe the sky, they built stuff like based on it. Like Stonehenge in England lines up with the sun during certain times of the year. There's also Chichen Itza, where the Mayans tracked things like Venus and seasonal changes. And the pyramids of Giza are believed to line up with certain stars. So it's like they weren't guessing. They actually had a solid understanding of what was going on. All this led to discoveries that basically set up modern astronomy. They figured out patterns in how planets move, created early math systems, and developed ways to measure time. Later, scientists built off of this. So even though ancient civilization didn't have modern tools, they still laid the foundation for everything we use today. So yeah, modern astronomy didn't just appear out of nowhere. It started with them. Overall, ancient civilizations studied the sky just by observing it consistently over time. Astronomy helped them survive, especially with farming and navigation. They built structures based on space, which is honestly kind of wild. And their discoveries ended up shaping modern science. And here are some of the sources I used. So, it's kind of crazy because we have all this advanced technology now, but the first step in understanding space was in machines. It's just people looking up and wondering what it all meant. And we're still kind of just doing the same thing, just on a bigger scale. And yeah, low-key, ancient people were just out here staring at the sky every night. Somehow ended up laying the foundation for modern science. Like, no technology, no telescopes, no AI, just patience and a lot of observation. But at the same time, it's kind of deep when you think about it, because even now with all technology we have, satellites, telescopes, NASA, we're still doing the same thing they were doing, just trying to understand what's out there and what it all means. So the tools have changed, but the curiosity hasn't. It's kind of cool that something as simple as looking up in the sky ended up shaping how we understand the entire universe.